Arman Tsarukyan has fired back at Paddy Pimblett, who made some spicy comments during his appearance on the Full Send podcast. He said the old guard of the lightweight division, they're all on the way out. In the next 2 or 3 years, the top 10 is going to look completely different. The only person in the top 10 who is under 35 that I can think of is Arman Tsarukyan. He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad. He's a little ass, that's what you are. Arman, a little boy. He was doing videos where he flips forward on his neck and he's saying that he's got a bad back. Dana shot him down in that interview. That's heavy. You don't want the boss saying that about you. Because he got asked if Arman is still number 1. He was like, no, he's gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Basically, Arman, your pants, you farted and followed through, and now there's coming down your leg. Arman didn't take that lightly and clapped back hard on X. He wrote, says the guy who got the easiest path to the top in the UFC just because he's got a funny accent and budget Beatles haircut. I dare you to call me out if you win. And we will see who his pants in the octagon when we meet. Clown at Paddy the Baddie. Jiri Prochazka is training in truly wild conditions. He's hitting the grind out on a frozen mountain lake. Classic Jiri energy. Robert Whittaker has weighed in on the Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez matchup. He pushed back on the Volk is washed narrative and says the outcome all depends on which version of Volk shows up. With Diego Lopez on a wave of momentum and Volk being 37 now, Rob admits time could be a factor in this one.
But I think the million-dollar question is what Volk are we going to see in the octagon come that night, UFC 314? Because his couple, everyone was already talking about his losses to Makhachev, his knockout, and then you back that onto the knockout with Topuria, back that onto his age, and as MMA fans like to do, as soon as he lost, they started throwing his age around and calling him a wash, which is the silliest thing I've ever had. Truth is, he's been out for a while now. He's coming off Makhachev and Topuria. Did bad losses the last couple. His age is a factor in this. Which Volk are we going to see in the octagon come 314? Diego Lopez, right now, running that confidence and hype train like nobody's business. He's just... Momentum is a serious thing in MMA because it just promotes so much confidence in yourself. It promotes so much doubt in your opponents, and you just run with it, and you can see it. We've seen it. Now, Diego Lopez is running that train. He put a beating on Ortega, but Diego's in a very, very dangerous form right now. Okay, Makhachev won Volk, I think beats Diego Lopez. Volk's skill set and just his composure, his toughness, his grit, his fight IQ, his ability to fight in the octagon is 0 to none, second to none. Okay, he's amazing. But again, with all the other factors we look into it, which Volk do we see? Well, I guess it's also because he needs the time off, but time is ticking. It's a constant factor in this game when you're on the back end of your career, I guess. Now, and Diego Lopez he's 30, right? So he's still got that fire. He's never been closer to the title. So and you can see in those fights, you saw the way he fought Ortega. He's hungry. He's so hungry. And he's going to come into that octagon like a savage, willing to give it all. And that's how Volk was. And that's what I want to see Volk do come 314. Because that Volk, that fought his way to the belt, that was holding on to the belt, unstoppable Volk.
Michael Chandler is eager to bounce back from his rough patch with just 1 win in his last 5 fights. He's laser focused on UFC 314, where he'll face Paddy Pimblett.
ton of respect for Paddy. We'll see what he brings on the mic. We'll see what Paddy shows up. It's a great card top to bottom. UFC 314 in Miami is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, obviously the whole division's had their eye on Paddy for a while. He's very charismatic. He's got a great following. He truly loves what he does. So I got a ton of respect for him. When the UFC brought it up, I liked the idea. It's a little bit more of a fun fight compared to the Poiriers and the Gaethjes and the Oliveras and the guys that I've been fighting. So it's a fun fight, man. It's a fun fight that the fans have gotten behind. I got a bad taste in my mouth from my last fight against Charles at Madison Square Garden, so I'm excited to go out there and right the ship. I think everyone should be excited. How does he stack up against a top-ranked guy? How does he stack up against a guy who can go hard for 25 minutes? How does he stack up against a guy who throws big shots and has great cardio and is ferocious and might I say violent? So we'll see. This is a sink or swim moment for him, and it's just another fight for me, and I'm excited to go out there and compete. Yeah, I mean, there's always the court of public opinion and narratives and storylines. For me, it's just another guy with 2 arms and 2 legs who's my size. Man, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, essentially. Hand-to-hand combat on the wrestling mats, and then in mixed martial arts for 15 years. So it's a lot of the same, man. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to put the pressure on him, hit him with some big shots, and we'll see if he can.
Paddy Pimblett is confident he'll finish Chandler within 2 rounds. He's calling out Chandler's fight IQ, saying it's some of the worst in the UFC, and believes that his own game plan and strategy will make the difference. His goal? Beat Chandler, take out a top 5 guy, then go for the belt.
Yeah, he's a Bellator legend, you know what I mean? He held the belt multiple times. In the UFC, he's been what an entertaining fighter he is, you know what I mean? He's one of the fighters that I love watching, but he hasn't had the best record. He's 2-4, but his losses are 2 against Charles, 1 against Gaethje, 1 against Poirier. All 3 of them have held, Poirier and Gaethje held interim belts, and Charles had the undisputed belt. So, he's fought top competition. So, when I finish him, my name best be regarded in there with them. Yeah, this is the beat Chandler, and then it's a top 5 and then a title fight. That's the goal, that's the plan. But to be honest, I think if I didn't have that year out because of surgery, I think I'd already be fighting for the belt by now. But when I fought Jared and I'd done my ankle bad, I had to sit out for a year with major surgery. So I think I would have already beat someone like Chandler and then already beat someone in the top 5 and then be fighting for the belt soon. But, it's one of them. It's what life throws at you. You've got to come back from it. I'm ready to do 5 rounds. I've done 5 rounds in Cage Warriors before, and this isn't going 5 rounds. Chandler gets finished in 2. Yeah, it motivates you a bit more, knowing that he's gonna come in and just try and hit me with an overhand right or a left hook and knock me out. It gets you there, your blood flowing a little bit more because you know that he's coming to entertain, and I love that. It was the same with Bobby Green, you know what I mean? I knew Bobby was gonna come and try and take my head off and knock me out, so I think I prepare better when it's like that. But the biggest difference in this fight is fight IQ. No disrespect to, but Chandler's got some of the worst fight IQ I've ever seen, and I've got some of the best. So the game plan's got to make a big difference.
Sean O'Malley has responded to criticism about his rematch with Merab Dvalishvili. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, O'Malley said, "Don't watch. Saturday night, June 7th, watch your reality TV show. Don't watch the fight." A wild incident broke overnight. Henry Cejudo's UFC championship belt was stolen. MMA reporter Dylan Rush posted that someone broke into Cejudo's studio at 4:45 a.m. and stole the belt while he was asleep on the couch. He says he initially thought it was Henry himself until he heard a crash and saw the thief run. And that's going to wrap up today's MMA news. Thanks for tuning in. For daily MMA coverage, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.